Hello and welcome to Roadmap 2015. I'm Benga Ashiru. Today we begin with the developing story from the postponement of the 2015 general elections, now slated for March 28, 2015. As it is, the anxieties over the possibility of conducting the 2015 elections due to some contending factors on ground. One of these issues is the security situation in the country. Many Nigerians are yet to be convinced that the security situation in the Northeast can be addressed in less than 6 weeks to the elections. Some are also expressing fears that the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, may not be able to distribute over 15 million PVCs before the deadline of March 28 and April 11. Meanwhile, there have also been controversy over alleged plan of tenure elongation. Whichever case this may turn out, it appears this is indeed a desperate polity that cries out for intervention. Let's take you back to the recent APC rally in which there was a gun duel in Okrika, River State. Now, while the APC is accusing the PDP of complicity in the gunshots, the PDP is also saying the APC defied security reports in Okrika in order to dent the image of the PDP. Take a listen.
Until the rally got disrupted, it would have been APC's campaign number 22 in River State.
Jehovah protected and guided us, therefore Jehovah must take all the praise.
Earlier, before proceedings commenced properly, a triple explosion was heard, causing people to scamper for safety. And not even Channels TV's crew was spared, as our senior correspondent Charles Oruka tells the story.
When the All Progressives Congress attempted to have a rally here, like a couple of weeks back, it had to be aborted because of stories of violence emanating from this town. And today people might have thought, okay, it might just be a replay of what happened then. But fortunately, it appears the law enforcement officials have managed to contain the situation. When I spoke to some of the major stakeholders here, they insisted that the rally must hold and that it was a scare tactic by their opponents, nameless and faceless this time around.
Let's hear what Honorable Dakuku Peterside had to say about the explosion.
We are very determined to go on with this rally today in honor of the Okrika spirit of resilience, in honor of the determination of the Okrika people to choose the kind of government they want.
Shortly on return, sporadic gunshots rocked the venue, causing the supporters and dignitaries running for cover. Sadly, as part of the fallout of this incident, a crew member of Channels TV has been stabbed. It's not clear if the party officials and candidates will return to resume the canvassing for votes, but as it stands, the campaign has been disrupted.
Certainly, these are precarious times in Nigeria's polity, bringing us to the question, who are the statesmen? Permit me to share with you a quote Nigeria's former ambassador to Liberia shared with me during an informal discussion. It says, "Statesmen think of the future generations while politicians think of the next elections." That's coming from Ambassador Ayo Adigun. I think that's a food for thought for our leaders. But the big question now in Nigeria's democracy seems to be, who will take this nation to the promised land? That takes us to the dramatic exit of former President Obasanjo, who, after a strained relationship with the ruling PDP, watched his membership card shredded. And this is after 16 years of he playing a leading and pioneering role for the party. However, there have been many sides to the general's exit from the PDP. Former President Obasanjo now says he ceases to be a politician, but now a statesman. What does this portend for Nigeria's 2015 elections? We had a chat with the former governor of Ekiti State, who is also an APC national leader, Chief Niyi Adebayo. It says General Obasanjo's exit is an end sign for the PDP.
Well, I'm not surprised that it has happened because I don't believe the former president has been well treated by his former party. It's as if obviously there were certain things going wrong in government and that he had been criticizing, and I don't think the response to him has been edifying of a former president of this country, and as a result of which obviously he had no choice but to leave the party.
Let's now look at the criticisms and the several reactions that have trailed former President Obasanjo's exit from the PDP. Do you think these are something that is that has substance in the real sense of it?
Well, in as much as I try not to defend other people's actions, if I were in his shoes, I probably would have taken the same action, because it was obvious that there was an attempt to embarrass him by suspending him or coming up with some form of action against him by the party, and obviously he had gotten wind of that, so I think he just preempted that.
The Army, the Defense Headquarters, has also joined in criticizing the former President Obasanjo, but this time around it's not on the shredding of his card, but his comments that the postponement of the election was for the reason of tenure elongation. How do you see such? Do you see a possible or any possibility of tenure elongation in the present scheme of things?
Well, one is worried, and at the time the announcement was made that the elections were being postponed, it gave me cause for concern, because if you look at the history of this country, if you go back into history, and you see when things begin to happen like that, it's as if a script is being written, and that is what has gotten everybody worried. But I like to believe people when they talk. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. The president has come out and said that definitely there will be the terminal date of his administration is the 29th of May.
In other words, you're keeping faith with the INEC's new date that the election would hold on March 28 and April 11th.
Yes, what bothers me is that the INEC chairman has said that they are ready to hold elections, but if you recall, when he was being questioned by the Senate, he stated categorically that he cannot guarantee that the elections will hold on that day, because the elections not holding on the 14th of February was not as a result of INEC, but as a result of the security services. So my concern now is that we hope and pray that come 20th of March, the security agencies will not come back and say elections cannot hold. However, Jega himself has said that if elections don't hold on that date, any other date would be unconstitutional.
So just in any case, because when we look at the reality on ground, and INEC absolving itself of the delay in holding this election, saying it's the fault of the security, and we know that the insecurity crisis is something that the federal government has not been able to curb for the past 4 years. So how are we sure that this election would hold, and what happens if this election does not hold May 29? Is there any alternative? Is there any provision for extra constitutional arrangements?
You see, if elections do not hold on the date specified by INEC, which is the last date by which elections can hold constitutionally, then we would be heading for a major constitutional crisis. And that is what my party has been making noise about, and that is what we are worried about, because we are afraid and worried. See, once you bring security agencies into issues like this, it creates a problem. And the problem is the fear that we hope we are not heading towards a military coup.
So, but the feelers we are having and the realities on ground seems to throw some challenge to the fact that elections will be holding on March 28th and April 11th. Take, for instance, the security situation that has not been taken care of since the past 4 years. Many analysts are saying that this is hardly imaginable that this will be taken care of within 6 weeks.
For me, left to me, I believe that the election should have held, and the reason being given that because at the time these reasons were being given, there were issues in 14 local governments out of 774 local governments in the country. So I do not see any reason why the 14 local governments could not have been isolated and elections held in 760 local governments.
Let's come back to the issue of PVC distribution. Now, this is one issue that affects INEC directly. And some people are saying that the reality on ground also does not show that INEC is sincere with the dates that it would have taken care of all the PVC controversies in terms of distribution.
INEC never said that the extension was a result of PVCs not being collected or not being distributed. As far as INEC were concerned, they were ready to go on with the elections. They had done their calculations, they had looked at the figures, and they felt that the elections of 2011 that had been adjudged by various people, especially even members of the PDP themselves, because that is one of the things they use as their successes, that the 2011 election was a very, very successful election. And they are saying that as at February 14th, they were better prepared than they were for the 2011 elections to hold those elections then. So the issue of PVCs, I believe, is just something that is being used by the government, right, to propagate their extension.
Are you suggesting that it's okay for someone's right to be denied in terms of its constitutional right of voting?
I'm not saying we should gloss over it. What I'm saying is that how do we know, for instance, that the people who have not, the people that whose PVCs are supposedly there are real people? We all know that there's a lot of double registration going on. We all know that there's a lot of fraud going on in the registration of voters. And INEC is aware of all these things. And I'm sure that INEC in their wisdom, if they say they were ready, I see no reason why we could not have held those elections.
Do you have faith in the card reader?
Yes, I do.
Let's now come back to the security situation in the country, the recent rhetorics of violence from both parties. The supporters of General Muhammadu Buhari are saying it is Buhari or nothing, and the supporters of President Goodluck Jonathan are saying it is President Goodluck Jonathan or there won't be peace. So what do you make of this situation? Is this the kind of situation, what does it tell about the quality of our democratic process?
Whenever there's going to be a competition, I mean, both sides will make as much noise as they possibly can with a view to whipping up sentiment to get support. I believe and I hope and pray that at the end of the day, after the elections have been held and once the elections are judged to be free and fair and credible, the side that loses will have no choice but to accept defeat. You see, I'm a member of APC, right? Right now, going by all the indices, all the figures, all the polls, and all the calculations being done, the way things are as at today, APC will win the election. As at February 14th, we were poised to win the election, which is why we believe the PDP and the government in power did everything possible to force the hand of INEC to postpone the election.
If you are saying that the APC is going to win this 2015 election, what gives you that impression?
Because we have poll results, we have all sorts of indices, we have calculations that have been done, and you know, all these things, all the figures, even polls that have been conducted by the PDP themselves have shown that the APC is leading. I think we have gone beyond just talking about parties and personalities. The way Nigeria is today, there is a big movement for change. There is a big desire for change. Nobody is happy with the way the country is being governed. And that is why, you see, it has gone beyond just APC. It is a case of Nigerians wanting change, wanting somebody else, a different party to come in and actually put something else in place to make this country go forward.
Let's quickly review the recent attack at the APC campaign in Rivers State. What do you make of such developments?
It goes to show the desperation of the PDP. It's obvious.
You are making a weighty allegation now. Can you stand up to the claim that the PDP is behind the attack in Rivers State?
It is obvious. I mean, APC is holding a rally in Okrika, which is the village of the First Lady. It is obvious that the people there, or whoever, the PDP people there, are not happy. They think it's a disrespect to their principal or what have you. It's obvious.
Let's go to the background to the APC Rivers attack.
If you look into
there were security reports.
No, if you look, wait. Let me tell you something. If you look at what has been going on in Rivers State, you will see that since the beginning of the campaigns, APC members have been attacked on numerous occasions by PDP members. On numerous occasions. In fact, when I was in Rivers State, I was in Port Harcourt for the presidential campaign rally of General Buhari in Port Harcourt. Members of the APC on their way to the rally were attacked by PDP members. We actually went to visit them in hospital people who had suffered from gunshots. So this is not something that I'm just reading on pages of newspaper. It's something that I myself have seen.
But it's on record that your party, the APC, defied all security advice not to go to that zone is a dangerous zone. So what do you make of your party defying security advice?
At the time we were giving security advice not to hold a rally there, we did not hold the rally there at that time. This particular rally that was held, the Commissioner of Police, according to information at my disposal, had assured our people that they had more than 200 security men on ground and that it was safe for us to hold our rally. No responsible party, and our party is a very responsible party, will hold a rally against advice from security agencies, because we rely on security agencies for security for our people. We were assured that of the security of our people at that rally, and that was why that rally held.
It's on record that your party defied the security advice not to go to that zone for campaign.
If we are given assurances by security agents that our people are safe and secure in the place, why should we not hold a rally there? Is there any place that we shouldn't hold rallies?
But it's also on record, if you're talking about going to different zones, that General Buhari did not go to the Chibok town to campaign because of security implication.
We don't hold rallies in different towns. We hold rallies in the state capitals. And he went to Maduguri.
Let's now look at the issue of postponement of the election. Is your party losing momentum?
Not at all. I'm sure the PDP themselves must be regretting even having postponed the elections, because even though many people who were on the fence before are realizing that the APC is a party to support now. Because I mean, people realize that it's like students taking exams. One set of students are prepared for the exams, they have studied and they are prepared for the exam. Another set of students have not studied, they are not prepared for the exams. So the ones that are not prepared, they are the ones who always ask for postponement. And the ones that are prepared are ready to go ahead with it. And when people realize that somebody who is not prepared is asking for postponement, they realize that there is a problem there. Everybody wants to be on the winning side, and everybody realizes that the APC is the party that's going to win this election. So more people have been coming to our party. I don't know if you'll be following the news, more people are coming to our party from the PDP. Many people are decamping from PDP and coming to the APC.
You can join the conversation by sending us your comments on our different social media platforms shown on the screen. Let's go on a break now, and when we return, PDP National Women Leader and former Aviation Minister Kema Chikwe says the attack in Okrika is a clear indication that there is an internal rancor within the APC. Join us again.